The AFC West is arguably one of the more stacked divisions in the NFL. I don't think there's really a debate for that. Now, one of the teams, the Las Vegas Raiders, they haven't taken care of business. I'll be real. As a Raiders fan, it's been rough to watch. 0-3 start Josh McDaniels. The new era hasn't quite worked out. But I think that anytime you're trying to incorporate a new culture, a new team mindset, and accountability, I think that it takes time. Obviously, it takes time, but listen, you're going up against right now the best team in the division, or arguably, at least record-wise, in the Denver Broncos for a game that starts at 2:25 p.m. I believe that is Mountain here in South Dakota, if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys do have a different time zone, make sure you guys pay attention to that. But it's 2:25 p.m. Mountain time. But you got the 2-1 Broncos against the 0-3 Las Vegas Raiders, and I do think that there's a lot of different things you're going to want to watch out for in this type of game. And I think obviously, yes, you've got both teams that are in the AFC West that are both tough. I don't think that you can be in this division and not take a look at both of these offenses and think that this isn't going to be fun. Now, I will say, yes, the Broncos, it's been a little rough. The question, number one thing you're probably going to want to look out for is how are they going to get that offense rolling with Russell Wilson? I think it's kind of one of those things where he is a guy that is going to continually get better as the season wears on. But there also is he starting to backtrack a little bit? I don't personally think so. I think the fact that, you got a new head coach in Nathaniel Hackett, you got a new team in a new team direction with Russell Wilson. So two teams in kind of a similar boat, first-year head coaches, yes, trying to establish themselves, especially offensively for both teams. So, yes, on one hand, you've got Nathaniel Hackett, Russell Wilson, and all those weapons as well to have to help support him. But we've also seen some issues with this Broncos offensive line. Now, arguably, the Raiders offensive line has faced a little bit more adversity, whether it's Lester Carton Sr. going out. I know I have to bump Jermaine Oluminar up to that right guard and Thayer Munford up to right tackle, but you guys get the drift. This is definitely something you want to watch, and a big question to me is really how are these two offenses, which offense is going to take off first? I think the Raiders, they've been chomping at the bit, A, for that first win, and B, for this offense to play up to its potential. You've got Devontae Adams. You've got guys like Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs. There's so many different weapons in this offense. The question is, when are they going to be able to click on full cylinders? And it's the same thing for the Broncos. Yes, they've won 2 out of 3 games to start out the season, but this offense, it hasn't quite gotten on track that you would like to see it, because it does have a lot of weapons just like the Raiders do. But overall, this is going to be a great game offensively to see which team gets on track first. Again, all these weapons, which team gets on track first. And defensively, yes, the Raiders have, 2 sacks because of Max Crosby? Yeah, it ain't pretty. Or they might even have less sacks than that, to be honest with you, because this pass rush for the Raiders has not gotten after it, whether it's Bilal Nichols, the new addition in the offseason, or Chandler Jones, also the signing in the offseason. So hasn't been going great. I think there needs to be more of an incorporation of using guys like Malcolm Kuntz as well as Tashawn Bauer and really get them on the football field with Max Crosby and company, because if Chandler Jones isn't getting the job done, for the love of God, stop putting him out there. Put Malcolm Kuntz out there, or at least try Chandler Jones on the inside. Maybe he's got a little bit of quickness left. Try something. But if it ain't working, you got to try something different. Defensively, as far as linebackers go for the Raiders, I think the biggest thing you're probably going to watch out for is, can they stop the run? Can they get after the passer? And can they create more turnovers? That's the deal with the Raiders here. That's really what you want to see with them. We've seen some good things out of Nate Hobbs. He's one of the highest graded corners according to PFF. He needs to stay on the field all the time, and I think that he's going to be a huge X factor in this game, and I believe he's going to play as well. So, and then you go over to the Broncos side of things. Their defense is nasty, just absolute nasty. I've really liked how Caden Stearns has stepped up. I felt like he's been a player that a lot of people either forgot about it since his time at Texas, or they just slept on this man. But he's an absolute stud, former 5th round pick. Did have a 51.2 PFF grade last week, or so far on the season, excuse me. Not amazing, but he is good enough to get the job done. And I think he can do a lot of different things for this Broncos defense. And then, yes, the pass rushers, Dre'Mont Jones as well as DJ Jones, Jones and Jones, as well as Bradley Chubb, Randy Gregory, they are deep at edge rusher. Pat Surtain is one of the best corners in the entire NFL, and he's going to continue to be just a huge nuisance. I would like to see them incorporate more of Nick Benito, just to see what they can do to keep some of these pass rushers fresh, especially as the season wears on. But yes, they've got solid linebackers. Their defensive line gets after it, and their secondary is definitely underrated. So the Raiders offense will be in for an interesting one, and it'll be interesting interesting to see how the Raiders offense does come out of this one. So again, the biggest things to take away from here is how are both offenses going to be able to take off? Will the Raiders finally feed Devontae Adams and company and get them to scoring the points and playing like we know that they can? And then on the flip side, the Broncos offensively, again, you got all those weapons. What will happen? Can both teams establish the run? I would like either team to be able to run them for over 150 yards, and that way you can kind of dictate and incorporate different offensive looks and schemes. And then yes, defensively, clearly, I think you definitely give the edge here to the Broncos. And as far as the Raiders go, get to the pass rusher, stop the run, and create some turnovers. That's definitely going to be the key. And can they finally get on track? But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think of our Week 4 preview for the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Denver Broncos.